From 4 News Now, with live updates throughout the day, breaking news as it happens, and weather every 10 minutes. This is KXLY Plus.
Good afternoon. For 4 News Now, I'm Rob King. Coming up this Friday in Spokane, you can go to First Interstate Center for the Arts and see R.E.S.P.E.C.T, the Aretha Franklin tribute, happening on stage this Friday, March 7th. Tickets are on sale now. You can find the link to get them on kxly.com. And joining me, one of the stars of that performance, Cristina Raè. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's lovely to talk to you. Christina, why don't we just start with, this isn't a Broadway musical. It's not quite a concert. What sort of format are folks in for this Friday?
They are in for a concert-ish informational. So we're definitely singing the house down, but we will also be giving some of the key points that we feel that people should know about the Aretha Franklin, not only her music, but also the way the way she not only inspired people in music but also in activism. So I think it's great that we are not only presenting her in the musical way that everyone knows her for, but also in the way that she helped all around. So
what do you
it's going to
find
be
that's one of the most surprising things, or that audiences don't really know about Aretha Franklin, that you think is important to know?
um I would say that Luciano Pavarotti, the day that she had to sing Nessun Dorma, it was because he was sick and he went ill right as the show or the Grammys was going live. And so she had to step on stage having not a moment of time, but maybe 30 to 15 minutes to learn Italian and to present that at the Grammys live show. So if you know anything about the Grammys, you know that everything is rehearsed before it is time to start the actual live show. So the fact that she went on having never spoken Italian ever in her life, but she delivered that song the way she did, that's a mighty being right there.
That's amazing. You said Pavarotti had bad eel?
He got ill the right before he went. It was time for him to go on stage, so they didn't have anyone else to fill the slot. And luckily, Aretha Franklin was there, and so they asked her to perform Nessun Dorma, and she did it like
That's
in her own
amazing.
style. It is. No one knows that. They just think it was planned, of course, but like she killed it. She killed it.
Only she could pull that off, definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, tell me about you. Have you always been a performer?
I have. I've been performing since I was 7, classically trained since I was 7. My entrance into music was, of course, sitting in the car seat, but it started from being in a summer camp, performing arts, singing, acting, and dancing. My first show professionally was The Wiz at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, and the last professional show that I did on Broadway was The Wiz in New York City. So I've just been performing for almost over 30 years now. And I don't
Wow.
look 30, but I've been doing that and it shocks me a little bit, but it's been a blessing to be able to do this for the rest of my life.
What do you think separates this kind of show from a traditional Broadway musical like The Wiz?
Um, I think what separates it is the fact that you are thoroughly entertained solely by music. The whole time we are hearing songs that not only Aretha Franklin wrote or performed herself, but also songs that inspired her and her family and everything. And I think in a lot of Broadway shows, it's just the topic of the show. Whereas with this show, it is not only celebrating her musically, but celebrating the way she paved the way for not only music, but at the time the civil rights. She also she was real. She was a lover woman, and so all of her songs that she wrote, it's either about, oh, he treat me so great, he loved me down, or it's I'm kicking him to the curb. And so I love that we get to share that with people because a lot of people don't get to find out where songs or the inspiration for songs come from. And so we are able to share that, but also perform it for you too. So it's like, it's almost like we're subtitles while we're performing. And I love that part. Like the little subtitles at the bottom, we're letting you know why we're singing this song while we're also performing it the way that we are translating and feeling the way Aretha did. So
Were
it's
you an
exciting.
Aretha fan before being cast in this?
I was an Aretha fan. I was nervous about Aretha because Aretha, she got that like that
A
into
musical
her.
aura.
Yes, like she has that roughness in her voice that I felt like my voice was too clear to have because I'm
Oh,
very
interesting.
like I'm not like a growler. I'm
Hmm.
more of like a balladeer. And so I enjoy singing all types of music, but Aretha has definitely been the challenge for me, especially now singing a whole show of her music. Her placement is different, and so I'm learning while I am singing her music. But before, it was just a few songs that I know that came from Aretha. But now I'm just like, oh, let me see this one. Let me look this one up. This one. Oh, why this is not on the show? This one will have the people going up. But now I'm just like an Aretha enthusiast. I'm becoming one every day because they play like music for the pre-show, and I'm just like, is that Aretha too? Let me Google to Shazam this. Let me Shazam that. And so it's just getting bigger and bigger now. But I really appreciate her music.
And she's got to be one of those artists that you forget how many hits she has
Yes.
until
And
you hear it and
she
you're like, oh my gosh, this is her too.
exactly. And you also don't realize how like she was a writer. She was writing and playing at the same time. That is boss. That is a woman boss right there. And so I'm just like, I can't even sing and brush my teeth at the same time. But you over here playing the piano and just wailing like this. So I study her live videos while I'm performing just so I can see different aspects of how she approached the songs. Because sometimes you don't have all your high notes on that performance, but I want to see how she finessed. And
Mm.
Aretha was a finesser. She is the best finesser.
That should be the tagline of the show.
Yes, she finessed. Yes, a finesser.
How much of how she sings the songs do you allow to inform your own takes on them? Or do you stay true to yourself and do them as covers?
I am very protective of music. So I'm definitely like sticking to the Aretha, and I may throw a little Christina Rae nuance on top of it, but I love being able to do her little inflections that she would do in certain parts of the song because I know if it hits me in the song and I'm a musician, then it's probably that one part someone has to hear it the way that she sang it in the audience. And if you don't give it to them, it's like, oh, why they didn't do it like that? And so I make sure that I stay as close to the way that she wrote her song, the way that she presented the song, but I do throw a little sprinkle every once in a while.
I think you've earned that. Throw a little Christina in there.
Thank you.
Well, Christina, is there anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Just make sure y'all sell the house out. We need you all to not only come to enjoy, but we need the energy too. As performers, we are just like up here, and half the time I'm on stage blind, so I need to be able to hear and feel everyone in the house, and that includes you too, Rob, to be in the house too.
Well, I'll try to be there definitely. That sounds
Please
like a lot of
do.
fun.
It
All
is,
right.
and you get to dance as much as you want to. So come
Well,
and
that's
dance
good. I
with
do
us.
enjoy that.
Yes,
Awesome. Well, Christina Raè, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
absolutely. Thank you.
And you can see Cristina Raè and the full cast of Respect, the Aretha Franklin tribute, this Friday, March 7th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets are on sale now. You can find the link to get them on kxly.com. And thanks for watching. For now, in studio, I'm Rob King, 4 News Now.